Hey guys, how's it going? BCHD here. Welcome back to episode number 7 of the Parma Road to Glory career mode series on FIFA 19, and we're getting into your transfer negotiations and suggestions right now. As we get into this new episode, we're finishing off the January transfer window. We're going to look to see who you guys have recommended us to sign. Sarah Ayers said sign Frankie de Jong. Unfortunately, he moved to Bologna. You guys might have realized this in a few games ago, maybe last episode. We played Bologna and Frankie de Jong actually scored a goal against us. He's recently moved to Bologna, so we couldn't pick him up, but she also suggested to go and get Jadon Sancho, the English wonder kid, tearing it up for Borussia Dortmund at the moment. And it's a very likely option that will get him as a Di Gaudio replacement. As you guys know, we've sold him, and Chris K wanted to try and bring in Kangin Lee as a good option at Cam, which we've put him on the shortlist, and Raul Petretta, who was already on the shortlist, the Italian left back from FC Basel. Kangin Lee, a new wonder kid on FIFA 19 career mode. And YouTube user said sign Pinamonti. Unfortunately, Pinamonti is on loan at Frosinone, and he did in fact score his first Serie A goal for my club Frosinone at the weekend against Spal. So very good moment there for the youngster. But Raul Petretta is already on the shortlist. We can't pick him up because the player is not for sale, and the team doesn't have enough depth in this position, so we can't go out and get him. But he'd be a really good replacement for Gagliolo at left back. Maybe we'll go get him next season. Savine Banan said buy Timothy Weah. He's already been on the shortlist for a while. He's been on our watch list for some time, but he's just a bit too expensive at the moment. But we've gone in for a big deal here. Jadon Sancho, the young kid, tearing it up for Borussia Dortmund and England. We're going to see if we can seal a deal for the man, and the man in red hot form, Juventus, 6.5 million is worth. He's only going to deteriorate because he's hitting 30s. So I've decided to go in for a bit of a swap and see what Borussia Dortmund say. We've lowered the offer to around 2.6 million plus Juventus, who's worth 6.5. And Borussia Dortmund are happy with the way that transfer is, and they have gone and accepted that initial offer from us. So Juventus and 2.6 million seems like a decent deal for Jadon Sancho. We're going to go in and negotiate his contract to see how much the man wants a week, but this is looking up to be a very nice deal. Juventus did join the club in the summer, but due to these just great performances he's been having, I've decided to cash in on him and see if we can get a decent player. And we've decided to go after Jadon Sancho. He wants 5 years on his contract. It's going to be an important team player, obviously going to be a Juventus replacement, so it's going to slot straight into that left wing position. He wants 12.5k a week, 120k signing bonus, 15 goals, he'll get 300k. We go ahead and remove that bonus, but he then goes and wants 13.5k a week. We go ahead and accept that. So it's Juventus out, Jadon Sancho, the English wonder kid from Borussia Dortmund in, and we've upgraded that left winger position. And thank you to Sarah, who left the comment suggestion to go get Jadon Sancho, because otherwise I wouldn't have gone and gotten him. It wouldn't have come to my mind, but he's officially joined us at the left wing position, 74 rated, the English wonder kid, and he's ready to do bits for us. And he's going to start his first game against Sampdoria away from home at the Luigi Ferrari Stadium. We're going in with our away kits in this one that you guys all seem to enjoy, so we've gone and put it on, and we're up against a Sampdoria team who's doing quite well in real life. They recently just lost to AC Milan 3-2, but they were up 2-1, I believe. So unfortunately for them, they lost that one, but we're coming up against them in this career mode. Of course, I've got Quagliarella up front, Jadon Sancho making his debut, and he is the player to watch. Quagliarella, we'll have to see and what he does, but we're starting this game off against Sampdoria. They got quality players like Samponara, Quagliarella, of course, and we get it started there with Murgia's shot. Unfortunately, just spraying wide as Quagliarella is looking to find an attack here. He threads the ball through to his teammate, but Sepe gets there. Sepe is going to unleash the ball, and a poor touch from one of our players. Barreto gets there ahead of him. He crosses the ball in. It falls straight down to Jonathan Vieira. It goes to Quagliarella. And what a finish that was from the 35-year-old. He has gotten the game off to the perfect start for Sampdoria at home. 1-0 in the 31st minute, and we go down to a Quagliarella not screamer, but just a lovely finish from the 35-year-old Italian. He's still going strong, even in real life, and he's going strong in FIFA 19 as well, as Cicciretti gets a chance to level things up here, and unfortunately just goes over the post. But Quagliarella still causing us danger here in the second half. We can't defend this man whatsoever, and they try to get the crossing. We block it. Romagna does a little bicycle kick. He goes straight to Garcia, and Garcia threads through Quagliarella, and we go down 2-0 here in the 54th minute. Quagliarella just slotting it under Sepe. Nothing he could do about that one, and they go 2-0 up thanks to a double from Quagliarella. And yeah, we're left dumbfounded here as we're just all over the place at the moment. And Sampdoria are through again here. Unfortunately, it didn't work for them. But Jankto is going to get on the end of this one. He's going to cross the ball in. And it's that man, Quagliarella, the 35-year-old Italian veteran, getting a hat-trick against us in the 81st minute. And it's a Quagliarella masterclass at the moment. 3 goals from the Italian striker, and he could get more here. Sampdoria still on the attack. Quagliarella in open space, and it's not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 goals from Quagliarella from Sampdoria. It's a 4-0 beatdown at the Luigi Ferraris, and it's not a good day out for us at the moment. The black hit isn't doing well for us, and we end up conceding 4 against Sampdoria. A Quagliarella absolute world class in this game, and we could not stop him to save our lives. And unfortunately, that's how it will end. 4-0 to Sampdoria. We get the first loss of the episode in the first game of the episode, but we've decided to do some training with the new signing, the new boy, Jadon Sancho at that left mid position. We've got David, Sancho, and Tonali and Chong in the training slots. Tonali goes up to a 72, which is good to see, but we'll get some more training done for the Parma youth players as we go into some more transfers and we go into some more games in the episode. But we're after another little swap deal here. We have Yves Barai, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his name. He's worth 1 million, same as Kubo, so I decided why not do a little swap deal and get a better potential player instead of Barai, because he was complaining about his game time and stuff, that he wasn't playing, and I'm just never going to play him because he's not in my future plans for this Parma Road to Glory. So I've decided to go for another swap deal, the second swap deal of the episode, and go after Takefusa Kubo, the Japanese player. The Japanese wonder kid has really good potential on the game, 85 rated, and we've agreed a deal to swap with Barai. So we've pretty much got him on a free transfer there, and he's going to be a backup player for us. It'll be a bit of a rotational player before he grows, but we're going for a loan for Ricky Puig. I know I would want to sign him in Carimo, like on a permanent deal, but unfortunately that's not how it's going to work because he's unavailable to sign from Barcelona. But Gazzola at right back there does get sold. I'm pretty sure Stoke City go after him, and Nice, so it's going to be between them two to see who gets our 33-year-old right back Gazzola. But we've got a round of 16 Coppa Nazionale, Coppa Italia game against Napoli to have. Lazio taking on Udinese, Inter taking on Bologna, and Juventus taking on my team, Frosinone. Fiorentina beat Benevento 2-0, Sampdoria beat Atalanta 2-1, Roma thrashed Venezia 4-0, and Milan went past Crotone 3-0 to the good in the other games in the round of 16. But it's us taking on Napoli in the Coppa Italia round of 16. It's starting to get tough now as we're versing the big teams, and we're going into this one. Already beaten Napoli in the Serie A I believe it was 2-0 at their home ground. So we're looking to do that again in the black kits, in the nice black kit. We're looking to do it with our strongest lineup. Jadon Sancho in his second match. Kubo not getting his debut, but we are hopefully going to give him his debut in the next few games as we're up against Napoli. Insigne, a lot of very good players on the lookout here. Hamsich, Diawara, Allen, and we are looking to attack here. In the first opening minutes, Cicciretti gets a shot, deflects, and Carneses makes a lovely save on the second attempt from Cicciretti. Unfortunately, did not come off for the ex-Benevento man, and you can see there the Napoli players falling over themselves. Stupid little glitch there in the gameplay, but Biabiani swings it in to Roberto Inglese, and unfortunately Carneses is there to collect the ball. As we continue on, we get a one-on-one chance here with Biabiani's through on goal. And the Frenchman scuffs his chance, scuffs the shot, and puts it wide. I couldn't believe my eyes when this happened. And Biabiani couldn't put us 1-0 up after that beautiful chance. And Sepe, for some reason, didn't catch that ball. And I do not know why. He just flicked it over when he could have easily caught it. He had no pressure on from anyone. He was all by himself. And they have a shot. It comes off the post. And Luberto puts the ball through. And we go down 1-0 here. Literally just because Sepe couldn't catch the ball. And when he had no pressure on from anyone, he flicked it out for a corner for no reason. And we go and concede a dumb goal as they get the header. It comes off the post. Luberto is there to collect the rebound. And we go 1-0 down here at Napoli. Sepe was on the floor. Couldn't get to that ball. And Napoli go 1-0 up here in front of their home fans. We've got it all to do in the second half. And unfortunately, we have that to rue our mistakes in this game. Biabiani couldn't convert his chances, but Jadon Sancho is on the run here. Gives the ball off to Roberto Inglese, and then Jadon Sancho gets his first assist for the club. But it's Roberto Inglese in the 84th minute, getting us the equalizer at Napoli. And we're looking for an extra time miracle here at the San Paolo as Jadon Sancho with a lovely run slots it through to our talisman striker Inglese, and he slots that home for a lovely little finesse shot there. Beats Carneses for the first time this game, and we've waited to the 84th minute to get on the score sheet here. And Napoli on the attack, literally straight off kickoff. Sepe makes a lovely save, and it's Mertens who gets the second goal and breaks Parma hearts. Unfortunately, in the 88th minute, 4 minutes after we scored, Napoli get another rebound goal. Two of their goals have both been rebounds, but straight off kickoff, they get a chance here. Comes off Sepe, and Mertens was there to collect the rebounds. Unfortunately, that's the goal that looks to send us home in the Coppa Italia, and it looks like the Juventus beat Frosinone 2-0. Bologna got a surprise away win against Inter 2-1, and Lazio beat Udinese 2-1 as well. So the only small team left really is Bologna in the Coppa Italia, but some more training going on there. But unfortunately, we are knocked out in the round of 16, and it's OGC Nice have agreed the 1.4 release clause of Marcelo Gazzola, our right back, our Italian right back. Looks like he's off to France, and he's off to the south of France, actually, in Nice. And we've got another game here against Udinese. We've decided a little rotated lineup. We've given Kubo the start, as well as David Sprocati, and our Scout Future Star, Roche, the right winger from France, on the right side. And as you can see, their player debut, Kubo, is starting for us. He's got number 8. Tonali gets a start in there as well. So it's a very, very rotated lineup for this away day trip to Udinese. And it's the harsh Italian winter that is treating us here up north in Italy, as it's all snowing, as David is through on goal here with the left foot, and a very, very tame shot from the Canadian man as Udinese are on the attack in the 35th minute. They've entered our box. Gagliolo has gotten it away, and yeah, I think I just pressed X for some reason to clear the ball, I'm pretty sure, and it went for a slide tackle because Gagliolo lost the ball, and that could have easily been a red card. I mean, the referee gives a yellow. a pretty rash challenge, and right from behind, trying to clear the ball, and unfortunately it acknowledges it as a slide tackle, and unfortunately Udinese have a penalty here, and it's going to be Posetto to take the penalty kick for Udinese. Can Seppe get a save on it? And it's off the post from Posetto, and thankfully, unfortunately for us, he misses the penalty completely. Seppe went the wrong way, and he gets another chance. He puts it over the bar, and unfortunately Udinese can't go 1-0 up before the halftime break and keep us in the game. And we get a chance here right before halftime. It's Kubo, the man on debut, gets a goal in his first ever Parma start in Parma colours. He gets his first goal with the left foot. A lovely little finesse shot as he ran through the box. A lovely ball in from Tonali, I believe it was. And the left foot strike from Kubo, our central attacking midfielder. He's got the playmaker role in this team, and he slotted one home past the keeper. And we go 1-0 up. It's his first goal in Serie A as well, and he gets it in the snow, in the Udine snow, as Shaparenko has a nice chance there at the beginning of the second half. Couldn't put it away though. As we go into the second half, we're going deeper into the second half to see if we can lock this game up, but it's Udinese on the attack here. They get a shot off, and it's just happening all around the box here, and we couldn't clear our lines, and Udinese get the equaliser here at home, and it's Badu with the goal. Never heard of the man, but he gets the equaliser here against us. And unfortunately, we let another lead slip. It's in the 63rd minute. They had a few shots, a few deflections. We couldn't get the ball clear. And Badu with a one-time shot outside the box. A beautiful goal for the Udinese player, and he gets the equaliser there. We put on a few of our players such as Gomes, and let's see what they can do. Tae Chong puts it into David. David with a lovely bit of play here. A lovely bit of tiki-taka, and it goes through to David. And we get our second goal of the game. It's David's first goal in Parma colours. The Canadian is off and running finally for Parma after so many games of not scoring. We get his first goal of Serie A, and it's a lovely backheel flick from Gomes. Recently came on as well, and you can see there it's just a lovely set play through to David, and the Udinese defense did not expect that from Gomes. The lovely back heel. It's David gets us in the lead here at Udine, making it 2-1, and we're on track here for an away day win against Udine with our B team pretty much. And we nearly get a second here as Kubo was trying to go for his second, but the Udinese keeper came out pretty well and denied him. And we get a corner there to try and run the game out and try and maybe even get a third, as we get another shot, but it just goes wide from Ricky Puig, and it looks like we've ended the game off here. Gotten our first win of the episode, an away day win with our second squad, just proving that they can get the job done in certain occasions in the rough snow conditions in the Italian winter. We've done it at Udine, and Jadon Sancho has gone up to 75 already through player training, and we're going to continue doing that throughout the episode and throughout the season. And some more training gets done there with Chong as well. Tonali going up pretty decently. It's pretty much all our second string players except for Sancho in that training. But that is the official confirmation that Marcelo Gazzola, our 33-year-old right back, has gone to Nice for 1.4 million. And he's off to the south coast of France, and that means we just need a right back replacement. We already bought Reece James from Wigan, but he can also play centre back, so I wanted an out and out right back, and we found Kevin Ruig. He can play right back, he can play centre mid, but his main position is right back. He's from Switzerland, and he's got 85 potential on FIFA 19 career mode. We're looking to get him into this Parma team, and I was trying to do our third swap deal of the episode, but unfortunately it just wasn't to be. We've offered a flat deal of 1.5 million, and Zurich are pleased to see that fee come up, and they've accepted that straight away. And we're straight through to contract negotiations with Kevin Ruig, our new centre-back, 20 years of age. And we're looking to seal the deal here with his agent. 5 years on the contract to see how he does. And he wants 5 years at Parma. He recognises the project we're trying to build here with the Italians, and he wants to join. He wants in on the project, as the Swiss right back is on the verge of signing for Parma, and he does. Our Gazzola replacement, the Swiss right back from Zurich, comes in on a fee of 1.5 million, and he's going to slot straight into that right back position. We're going to get him into the team, and it's Kevin Ruig, the 69 rated right back, and he's got a lot of room to grow as well. So our January signings: Pellegrini, Sancho, Kubo, Ruig and Mai, and also Ricky Puig on loan for 1 year until next January. So I feel like we've done a bit of good business here in the January transfer window. Not really spent that much, but we've gotten a few nice deals, signing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. 2 are on loan, 4 are permanent transfer. I think these players can carry us out into the second half of the season and hopefully push us to that Europa League position in Serie A. As Pietro Pellegrini as well joined in last episode, as well as the German centre back, and there is official confirmation. The shirt reveal for Ruig, the Swiss right back for Parma, gets his cutscene there for 1.5 million. We've pretty much replaced Gazzola with a similar fee we sold him for, so we're getting in a better replacement for the Italian, and he's going to slot straight into the starting 11 for us into our next game, and I believe it's against Juve that we're going to play. But our next game is going to be against Spal, that we're going to simulate at home, and we've decided to put in pretty much our first team. Rueg's going to get his debut. Tonali's going to get a start. He impressed me in the game against Udinese, and Spal have put out a really decent side as well. As Cicciretti gets the first goal in the 22nd minute to put us 1-0 up against Parma at the Stadio Ennio Tardini at home, but Palosci misses a penalty for Spal, and they could have gotten back into the game there, but they miss a penalty, and it's still 1-0 to us. So we're going to find this game through as Pellegrini comes on. Pellegrini gets his debut goal for Spal, and Chris Brunt, I believe, for Spal gets a goal in the 89th minute to make it 2-1, but Pellegrini came on in the 83rd minute, 4 minutes later, getting his first goal for Parma. Our January signing that you guys wanted me to sign for ages comes on and scores for us to make it 2-0, and Chris Brunt just got a consolation goal. But for us, it's a win against Spal at home, which I just decided to simulate because it's an easy opposition at home, or the opposition that's on our level. Taith Chong going up to a 70 rating, David at a 71 as well, as some more player training gets done. But it's our next game against Juve, which is going to be a big test in the Serie A to see if we can cope with the top teams in our division. But as you can see there with the deadline day, little tie, you can see we've spent 4.6 million and we've got a profit of 4.95 million of players going out. Ceravolo, Gervinho, Di Gaudio, Gazzola, Barai, players going out. So a lot of Parma players that were with this original squad have left in this January transfer window, unfortunately, but we've got a soldier on, and hopefully we've gotten in some decent replacements for those ex-Parma players, and we're looking at some youth academy players here in the background. If you guys were interested in our youth academy, we've got a few decent players such as Lombardi, which looks like a really good striker, as well as Gasperoni at left wing, and Alessandro Greco, which is in our youth academy as well, but they're 15, 17 and 17, so we're going to see if they're good enough to come into the first team, and we might be able to train them in the next few episodes if that's what you guys want. But this is our lineup going into the Juventus game, pretty much our strongest starting 11, but I've included Tonali in there instead of Grassi, just because he's been impressing me in the last few games. So we're sitting in 6th position so far in the Serie A. Can we get even a point here against Juventus would help us out massively, and it looks like it's a bit of a derby match, a bit of a grudge match. They're doing that little animation where they're, folding their arms and looking at each other really aggressively, but it's Juventus taking on Parma at the Allianz Stadium, I believe it's called. and we are up against pretty much Italy's best. Cristiano Ronaldo is going to start this match, and the tifo is out for him. We all remember what happened when they came up against us at home. We lost 4-0, I believe it was, and you can see there a bit of a mismatch as they are the highest scoring team in Serie A, and we are the team that lets in the most goals. So it's going to be an interesting game, and to see if we can even get anything out of this game would be a really decent result for us. But we're starting off strong here with Roberto Inglese cutting inside, finessing with the left foot, and unfortunately missing the target completely. It's his weak foot, and unfortunately he couldn't get that one on target, and he goes way off target from our talisman Roberto Inglese. We're relying on him this game to get us a goal, but unfortunately it's the Portuguese Cristiano Ronaldo for Juventus getting them the first goal in this match, and Mr. C himself gets Juventus their first goal in this one in the 8th minute. Like, not even 10 minutes but goes by. Ronaldo gets a shot, and it's their first shot of the game, and we go 1-0 down against the Bianconeri, and we're away of course as well. So we're looking to get back into this game with Roberto Inglese straight away with a header off the crossbar, and we couldn't get the equalizer there, literally straight off kickoff. And Bernardeschi has a nice little shot there, but Sepe was there to meet it. 15 minutes in, we're already getting so much action for you guys. As the corner comes in, Sepe deals with it accordingly and keeps it at 1-0. But it's Bernardeschi in the clear here, 1-on-1 with Sepe. And I brought him out, and unfortunately we go 2-0 down as well. And knowing that we could have got the equalizer straight off kickoff is a bit of a mistake in the back of my mind, thinking about that one, as the goal number 2 for Juve goes through. And we're not having we've had a few bumps in this episode. Of course, we lost the opening game to Sampdoria, going out of the Coppa Italia against Napoli, luckily getting that win against Udinese, as Cicciretti has a chance here, gets tackled twice from Matuidi, I believe it is, no penalty whatsoever, and just, oh my gosh, I was just livid at that chance. But Biabiani crosses the ball in to Roberto Inglese, and we get a goal back here right at the start of half time. And I tried to pick the ball up to go straight back to kickoff, but it wasn't letting me pick it up. And Inglese gets, I believe, that's his like 13th or 14th goal of the season. Biabiani with a lovely floated cross in. It evades all the Juve defenders. And Inglese, we all know how much of a danger he is in that heading aerial situation. And he gets the diving header, just putting it past Szczesny into that left-hand corner, and we get a goal back here. Can we get the comeback to make it 2-2? Even get a point out of this game will be a very good result for us. As Inglese is in again, he gives the ball off to Tonali, and he misses. He didn't even hit the target. In the 63rd, we could have got the second, and it just goes past the post. Szczesny looked to have it covered, but we tried to put the ball through, and Juventus intercepted. Quaresma comes on off the bench. He's going to cut it back, gives it off to Ronaldo, and it's game, set, match. The Portuguese gets his second goal against us, and it's Juventus who make it 3-1, all thanks to that man Cristiano Ronaldo. And you see the shot here. He squeezes it through Sepe and the post. As you can see, the curl on that, Sepe could not do anything about that one. And unfortunately, we go down 3-1 to Juventus. Such a hardy performance from us. So proud of the boys, how they put up a great fight in that game. We could have even got a draw against Juventus. It would have been a decent result, and that was actually a possibility. We had a lot of chances that we missed. Unfortunately, we take the L here in Turin, and we go back as we have another big game against Inter coming up at next episode. But we're sitting in 7th in episode number 7. We're sitting in 7th, just behind Sassuolo, who are 2 points in front of us. Juventus are leading the table with 47 points. Inter are right behind them. Our next opponents are up in 2nd. Milan and Lazio occupy the top 4, and we are just in 7th, right outside the top 6, right near those Europa League places, which we're aiming to finish 5th, 6th, 7th. Will be a very decent result for us. 22 games in, we've still got 16 games left in the season. we're going to see how we do in the next episode. We got our home game against Inter Milan. They're coming second, so it's going to be a big match. But if you guys did enjoy this episode number 7 of the Parma Road to Glory career mode, smack a like on the video, subscribe for some more FIFA 19 career mode content, follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description, and I'll catch you guys on the very next video.